Good morning, friends. Tuesday's BOGO by Turmeric. Get cheer free. Okay, today is story time with Dr. K. So I have stories about each of these oils because, why wouldn't you have a story about turmeric? I have a story about turmeric. And if you want all the details about the story, you can check out today's blog post. But in a nutshell, when I went to my first global convention in 2018, that was the convention that we had Hugh Jackman as our special guest. Oh, it was so amazing. Anyway, we were all sitting there with, 30,000 of my closest friends. I guess it was 20,000 in the building. And we're all sitting there at the new product release. And when they released turmeric, it was like a split-second hush of, and then the place exploded. Everyone was so excited. It was really funny because, how often do you get to nerd out about turmeric essential oil? Well, we did, and it was really fun, and it was one of the highlights of my convention attendance of either of the conventions I've attended. Okay, turmeric. Why were we so excited about turmeric? Well, if you're at all into natural supplementation, you probably already are taking a turmeric supplement. So let's talk about this. I'm a piano doctor. I'm not a person doctor, and I don't have a degree in anything biochemical or anything. So this is just because I'm intensely curious and I read a lot, okay? And also because doTERRA has scientists who talk about these things. I'm not making this up. Okay, turmeric essential oil. There are other turmeric essential oils on the market. This is not the first one, but ours is unique because turmeric apparently is really difficult to steam distill, and ours is steam distilled, completely steam distilled. It's hard to steam distill because apparently it's very delicate and it just sort of dissolves when you're trying to distill it. So there are other turmeric essential oils on the market, but you have to look. If it says CO2 extracted, that's the method that they've extracted the oil from the plant. CO2 extraction, I don't know exactly how it works, but it doesn't give a complete chemical profile when it's extracted. And there are other ones that use solvents, and when they use a solvent to extract the oil, there is still traces of the solvent left in the oil, so you don't have a pure oil, okay? And as you know, doTERRA purity tests all their oils, and if you have any single bottle, I know you can't see this, but on the bottom there's a batch number and expiry. Take that batch number, go to source2u.com, plug it in, and you'll get the third-party testing report that ensures that the oil in the bottle is completely pure, because if it's not, then it doesn't go in the bottle. So that's how you can see the testing report. And if you're into chemical profiles, it gives you that too. I don't know what it means, but it's there. So interesting thing about turmeric. If you're already taking turmeric supplements, that's the turmeric powder. They're not the same thing. So turmeric's really interesting because it has two active chemical components. One is termerones, one is curcuminoids. When you take the powder is mostly curcuminoids from the turmeric. That's what comes out in the powder. And if you are taking turmeric powder supplements, you'll know that the body doesn't absorb them easily. You have to do things to it to make it absorb. So when you have turmeric essential oil, what you're getting mostly in the oil is the termerones, okay? So the curcuminoids end up in the powder mostly, and the termerones mostly end up in the oil. So neither one of them is actually going to give you it's not like you're taking turmeric and digesting it all down into one thing. It's as it gets digested down at what am I trying to say? The different levels change, the densities change of the different chemical components. So if you take the turmeric oil, the termerones with the curcuminoids, it actually boosts the absorption of the curcuminoids. It helps it be absorbed better. If you're already taking a powder supplement, add this to it. We have the turmeric dual caps that have both together, which apparently is a feat of engineering in itself. So you can do that. They sell out all the time. Or if you already have the doTERRA Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, there's curcuminoids in that. So add some turmeric oil to it and it'll boost the absorption. I know I'm going on, I'm just nerding out on the science. Now, I have the Essential Life book, and it has, you got a good one when you get a 2-page spread, okay? So I'm gonna try to remain medically compliant here. So what is it good for? It's good for correct cell reproduction. Read between the lines. Joint pain and swelling. So my musician friends, if you're just, or anybody who has any sort of cranky joints or whatever, you can read between the lines. They're also gout. apparently. Infections of any kind can help with that. Anything to do with your brain helps with blood supply to the brain, and anything to do with cognition, memory, those things. It helps with making sure that your organs are functioning well, especially the filtering organs. Difficult skin conditions, like the really difficult ones, it's great for emotional balancing. So I could have used this yesterday. Kind of stinks, but it's really good for, especially if you're feeling low and you need some encouragement, or if you're feeling overwhelmed. And any sort of circulation, metabolic issues, upper respiratory support, oral health too, and bugs don't like it. And you can cook with it, right? So how often would you cook with your bug repellent? It smells like tires, but it tastes great in a turmeric latte. Okay, so that is turmeric. It's awesome. Cheer. I have a story about cheer. I first became an oiler in 2018, and it was a really difficult, stressful time when I was doing a lot of administrating, kind of like right now. And at the time, I had just started being an oiler, and I promised myself that I would commit to buying whatever the 10% off thing was each month, because every month we have something, even if it was not something I would otherwise think of getting. And the very first month that dropped, it was cheer. Actually, it was the Cheer Touch, which is this one. And I thought, if anybody who knows me knows that cheer and me, I'm not a cheery person. So I was like, cheer? Do I have to get cheer? Yeah, I promised myself. So I got the Cheer Touch. The one that's today is this one. I got the Cheer Touch, and I opened it up, and I was like, this is gonna suck. I'm not gonna want this. And it was like I inhaled sunshine right out of the bottle. It just, I gotta put some on. Oh. I love this one. It spoke to me. It apparently was the one that I needed. Now, if you're one of these people who's logical and linear like me, saying that an oil speaks to you is something like, oh, I don't work that way. But you know what? When you start getting used to the oils, sometimes it's kind of like a craving. It's like, oh, today I kind of want cheer for some reason. Go with it. Don't fight it. You don't have to know why. Just, it's not going to make anything worse, you guys. So I basically lived on this stuff. And where I found myself using it was at the end of the day before I left work. I would put it on, and it became for me the dividing line between work and home. And it's funny because in the last few days, yesterday especially, we're all working from home, right? Or most of us. And I have an office downstairs in my house. I can close the door. It's great. But it's still really hard to separate work and home. And I'm finding myself drawn to cheer again. I'm finding myself at the end of, I'm trying to delineate my workday. The end of the workday, I kind of want to put this on. So I've started doing that again. And for me, that's going to be intentionally the dividing line. It's a trigger that says, okay, I'm done working, and now I'm going to be with my family. It doesn't always work, but I try. Okay, so cheer in here says, obviously it's, actually a friend of mine made her husband smell this, and he said, oh, it smells really cheery. And she's like, you're not going to believe what it's called. It smells happy. It smells like sunshine with cookies in it. So what's in it? Wild orange, clove, star anise, lemon myrtle, nutmeg, vanilla bean extract, ginger, cinnamon, and something called strudadavet. I don't know what that is, but it smells good. It's great for depression and discouragement, intense anxiety, disconnection. If you just need to, get a little kick in your pants to get moving, it's great for that. Monthly moodiness, cellular health, inflammation and stiffness, cranky digestion, and for blood sugar balancing. But I like it because it smells like cookies. So today, buy turmeric, get cheer for free. And if you missed out on the BOGO box and you still want it, they've extended it. So through today, while supplies last, the BOGO box is still available. I can't remember how much the cheer or the BOGO is today, 32-ish? I don't know, check my post. Have a great day, friends. You know where to reach me if you have any questions or talk to your oily support person. Have a good one, bye.